I don't know that I had a least favorite thing. Maybe the little dressing room, the honey wagon dressing rooms. But you know, we all shared the same kind of dressing room, so nobody was really special except for Kyle. He had his own trailer.
This is for the past 35 years.
Sure.
The whole thing. I have one. It's thinking about my parents and knowing that they now, because I'm a parent. Sorry, I'm hitting my mic everywhere. I forgot that I have more than one mic. As a parent, I can only imagine what that would feel like to see, even though you know that it's acting and you know that it's pretend, and they've met David, and David is so nice and loving to them and warm to the people that he meets, and they knew that I wanted to act, and so they were supportive of all of us kids creatively, but I still just have a hard time with that part of it, knowing that the image of their daughter. Why is my mic? Is this my voice? Is this better? Yeah. Oh God, I was like, I am losing my mind. I'm hearing these other voices in my head. Okay. So, yes, knowing that image of their daughter dead, even though it's not their daughter, but you know, still in their mind as a parent, that for me, of everything, that was the hardest. Is just my heart going out to them and family members.
Well, to get back to your question, I think the main, I didn't want to be the killer, you know. I did not want it to be me. I said, if it can be anybody else. Ben Horn looks good to me, you know. It could be anybody else, but not me, please. Okay. I had my own little baby daughter. She was like 2 years old at the time. And the whole idea of being the murderer of my daughter on the show was just didn't sit right with me. In fact, I had some bad nights thinking about it, and at one point, I even considered not doing it. Not doing the show, the reveal show. And then David called us all into that room. You know, it was Sheryl and myself and Richard Beamer, Ben Horn, Mark Frost, David Lynch. They were all sitting cross-legged on the floor, and it was a dark room, devoid of furniture, had a lava lamp, I think, in the corner. Yeah, one of those, you know, that's what it was, yeah, like a waterfall lava. And so I sat down cross-legged on the floor, and David reached over and he said, Ray, it's you, it was always you. And I thought, oh man, I believe I said S-H-I-T out loud at that moment. And then he proceeded to say, but Ray, it's going to be a beautiful thing. And he went on to explain how it was going to happen and how I was going to die, and I would die in the arms of Cooper, and he would be reciting the Tibetan Book of the Dead, and I would be looking down a long, terrible tunnel, and at the end of that tunnel would be a white light, and standing in that white light would be my daughter, Laura, and she would have her arms out to me, and she would forgive me. I get weird every time I even talk about it. But David explained it so beautifully that I said, okay, let's do it, man, let's go. Gung ho. And it was a memorable episode. Tim Hunter directed it, and the water was sprinkling down on me, and Kyle was great, and it was redeeming for me as a human being, not only as an actor. And so it made it all right. And then I was glad to leave the show. No, I wasn't. I was never glad to leave the show. I didn't want to leave town. I love these people. But I had to. Came back in the last episode with white contacts and acting very strangely. But I was grateful for it, you know. Yes, sir.